Well, I hope you're ready for the next tip and tool. And this one is your identity. And we all have an identity that we create of who we are, what we're about. When somebody asks you, about you, tell me something about you, or who are you? You might be able to say, well, I'm a speaker. I am this business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a writer. I'm a publisher. But is it really who you are? What happens sometimes with people is that they identify themselves with their business. It becomes who they are. And for you to be able to truly be successful and not be as stressed or release stress and be more productive and efficient, one of the best things that you could do is not identify yourself so much with what you do in your business. And this happens with people where they have founder syndrome. Obviously, some people are more extreme than others with founder syndrome. And you can see that with individuals and that we've worked with, for example, that say, well, this is my baby. I've dedicated so much time and energy, financially invested, and all these different things, but it's my baby. I'm watching my baby grow. But the problem is that your business is not your baby. And if it is your baby, think about it from this perspective. Your baby, if it's a human being, eventually will grow up and have to have their own decisions. They will leave the nest at some point. So your business is no different. When you have a business, one of the things that happens is that you have to be able to help it grow, but help it grow to nourish itself. Because when we have problems that we identify too much with the business, we have a problem with letting it go at the end of the day, maybe always thinking about our business, always thinking about what we have to do, and it creates a lot of stress and tension. It's hard to turn it off because we identify so much with it. So you have to be able to pull back and let that go. Because if you truly want to be successful, success has shown that people do not have as much as founder syndrome and that attachment to their business. They're able to make better decisions moving forward. They're able to have a much higher success rate. They're able to contribute at a much better rate, and they're able to grow their business much, much faster. Why? Because they're not as invested into making every decision and doing every single task because they're afraid that someone else is going to do it wrong. So you become a slave to your company because you become an identity to your company. So you have to look at it from the perspective that you are your business is an extension of you, but it's not part of who you are. And I'm going to give you 5 quick tips of how to shift that identity from not being that dependent person on your business to fulfill who you are. And the first one is to define your own identity. Define your identity outside of you, outside of the company. What do you value? What do you find important? Who are you? For example, when people ask me who I am, I don't tell them about my business and everything I do. I tell them that I'm a loving, compassionate person who likes to give back because that's who I am. I'm a father. I'm a husband that loves to spend time with his family. All these different things that helps me remember what my priorities are. And if you remember what your priorities are, it's a lot easier to let go of your business at the end of the day and be able to transition to your own personal life. The second part is to focus on your business, or your mission. So when you focus on your business, focus on your own mission to your business. So what is your purpose within your company and within what you have? What is your mission that you're trying to create? At the same time, have a mission of your personal life. Again, it comes back to knowing yourself, knowing your value. What is your mission in your own personal life? What happens if the business fails? What happens if the business grows so big and you sell it? You don't want to have that, empty nester syndrome that people get when their child moves out. You want to be able to move forward and recreate, because realistically, if you have a business or you're an entrepreneur or you're a contract, whatever it is, what you are is that you are a creator. And by being a creator means that this is just something that you've decided to create. It doesn't define you, but it's something that you can move forward and create something else in the future as you find different passions and purposes. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm just saying the more detached that you are sometimes, the better and less stress you'll have. Focus again. The third thing is focus on your purpose. And what are the outcomes of having this company? What are the outcomes that you want out of your life? For example, as an entrepreneur, as a contractor, why do you do it? If your outcome is flexibility, if your outcome is freedom, if your outcome is financial abundance, then not identifying with yourself or your business will help you create that, because you'll be willing to let things go when you need to. You'll be willing to have somebody do the task that you may not want to do, but you feel like you have to because you're the only one that can do it right. Again, it's letting go of that identity and that feeling. The other part is to let go of things as soon as possible. What this means is that if you're growing your business, as soon as you're able to hire someone to do that task, you let it go. Because the quicker you can do that, the quicker you can focus on the things that you're about, and the quicker you can focus on the things that help you grow and that you're truly passionate about. So the mundane tasks and things like that, the faster you can develop a system with it, the faster you can let it go, even if it's only part-time or a couple hours a week or whatever it is. The quicker you can do that, the quicker it is for you to be able to move forward and grow. The last part is to look for mentors and outside voices. And when you look for mentors, they give you a different perspective. And by having a different perspective, then you're not going to identify to it, because by having different voices that help you grow, that they've been there before, you get a different point of view. So you start realizing that your point of view is not the only one that exists, that there's many different ways to get from point A to point B, which then doesn't get you locked in your mind that you are the only one that knows what's right. Because if you see the value of other people, you'll be able to not identify yourself so strongly. I hope that helps, and I hope that you're able to separate yourself from your identity of your business, of what you do for a living. Thank you.